Live from the Export Beer Garden studio, this is the Agenda podcast for Friday, the 5th of April.
The Agenda, an alternative commentary collective podcast.
We're going to get into the entire Grim Lane dossier, as was requested earlier this week, in just a few moments' time. But first I wanted to address something that we talked about yesterday, and that was being let down by the beast.
Yes.
We talked to him on the day after he hit a hole-in-one.
Yes.
The day after he had bowled 8 for 41. And we asked him, what's the third, good things coming threes, what is it? Turns out we did the math. He already knew he was going to be named as the captain of the Black Caps. And so we just expressed our disappointment of him yesterday in the podcast, quite deep in the podcast too.
Yeah, look, and if you're going to break the news that you're going to be a captain of your national side, what better platform to do it on than a half-assed sports podcast?
That's right, because the people need to know. And you put that up on your Instagram story?
Yeah.
And then he replied to you, didn't he?
Yeah. He said, totally underestimated you guys, was hoping you wouldn't put the timeline together. Because what happened, because he got the 8 for, the hole-in-one, then there was a day off, and then we talked to him.
Yeah, what happened on the day off?
Yeah, and we talked to him and said, we presumed it was a threesome.
Yep.
And that's what usually happens. But he kind of huffed and puffed, and then he said, "Oh, look, the third thing will be if we win the Plunket Shield," and they did. Wellington did win the Plunket Shield against Northern, but that was 3 days later. He got Steady rang him on the Sunday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, boom, 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 and he knew. Yeah. He knew. And I wouldn't have told us if I was him. I wouldn't have told us.
No. Well, I bet he could have said something. But anyway, good on him for owning up to it, apologising, and listening to the podcast, because that was quite deep into yesterday's podcast.
Yes, so he had to go through some turgid stuff.
He would have had to actually listen to it, which I thought was quite interesting. We will get to the Fijoa season debacle because it has inflamed the masses, Lane.
Yeah, mainly your South Island brothers and sisters.
Yeah, there's been a few messages come in. We'll address that when we get to it. But right now, it is time to address the Grim Lane dossier. I've sat down this morning. I've poured through the annals of New Zealand sporting history and found all of the confirmed and some of the unconfirmed instances of the Grim Lane curse being doled out across New Zealand sporting history. 1992.
Oh.
The Cricket World Cup semi, New Zealand versus Pakistan at Eden Park. Now, as it stands, the curse applies to anywhere outside of Auckland. But in 92, you would have been still living in Hamilton, wouldn't you?
I was.
So this is an instance of you travelling out of your location to support a team that you love, and New Zealand lost to Pakistan.
Yeah, I was there.
In 2007, you weren't actually there, but you booked tickets for the final of the Cricket World Cup in Barbados while you're in the air, New Zealand losing the semi-final. Who did you have to watch in the final?
They lost to Sri Lanka, and I had to go to Barbados and watch Aussie smash Sri Lanka.
To be fair, not a bad place.
Oh, the party zone was great. But yeah, in the air, I made a mate of mine, and we were living in London at the time, and India and England had been knocked out. So the Virgin flights, there were so many seats available tickets available because the English had all booked it out. The Indians had all booked it out, all coming out of England to go to the final.
Yeah, right.
And they got knocked out. I think they got knocked out in the quarters.
Right.
And so all of a sudden, accommodation, tickets, flights just opened up. And I remember a friend of mine, Zippy, went, wow, 500 quid to get to Barbados from London. We're like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And booked them, got the tickets, we lost.
You didn't think about the ramifications that weren't financial. You looked at the £500 and thought, yep, great. But what you didn't think was a lifetime of pain. And the second recorded instance of the Grim Lane curse. 2007, again, the Rugby World Cup, All Blacks versus France in Cardiff. You were in attendance.
Yes, I was. With 500 lizards as part of a Beige Brigade tour.
For the forward pass debacle.
Yes, I was there.
We skipped forward a bit, and I feel like I've missed some from the record here, but we skipped forward a bit. 2015, the Cricket World Cup final in Melbourne.
Yes.
You were over there for Australia defeating us.
Yeah.
2019, the Rugby World Cup. Now, you weren't in attendance when the ABs lost the semi against South Africa. You were staying with the real G Lane in Japan.
I was.
That's close enough. That is clearly, like, if you were somewhere else in Asia, I might let you off the hook for that one. the fact that you were in town, you weren't far enough away. The 2019 Cricket World Cup final.
Lords.
We don't want to go too far.
Yes, I was there.
Yes, you were there. 2023, you booked tickets to the Cricket World Cup final.
In Amenabad, yep.
And we lose in the semi.
Cancelled the tickets, though.
Cancelled the tickets, but the tickets unfortunately cancelled us. And 2024, most recently, you travelled to Christchurch, where the Crusaders played the Chiefs. Some are saying with the intention of making the Chiefs lose. I don't buy into that. But that is the most recent evidence of the curse, and that's what's brought this all to a head. Now, for the unconfirmed sightings.
That is quite a dossier. We got unconfirmed.
That's all confirmed. And
that is all confirmed. I'll corroborate. That is all true.
Yes.
And I'm interested to see what unconfirmed research you've come up with.
Just before the unconfirmed ones, there is a massive gap between 2007 and 2015. I feel like there's another one in there, but I can't think of what it is. So.
I was in the Middle East there during that time.
That's what it was.
So
on top of that, we also won the World Cup.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I was in the Middle East for a good period there, and so that's why there's that hole. I was deep into the back pocket of big oil.
I would like to run through some of the unconfirmed sightings,
okay.
and I would like to get your. I would like you to defend yourself in each of these instances. 2002, you were seen tightening the bolts on the mast for Team New Zealand, the mast that would later on go on to snap and cost us the America's Cup.
That's a stretch. I was watching. I was watching from shore. From Devonport. I was watching. I was on North Head when that boat limped back to shore. So, look, maybe. I mean, tightening the bolts is a stretch, but I was there.
Is there any truth to the allegation that you bought tickets to the NRL Grand Final in 2011 when the Warriors played the Manly Sea Eagles?
That is unconfirmed. I did not buy tickets.
Okay.
I should have.
Where were you in 1865? Because you were seen buying tickets for a production at the Ford's Theatre in Washington, D.C. the night Abraham Lincoln was assassinated.
I did not assassinate.
In 1963, you were seen returning a book to the Texas School Depository in Dallas, Texas. The night JFK was assassinated. September 10th, 2001, accepted a friend request from Khalid Sheikh Mohammed on MySpace. 2014, last-minute flight change from Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. And as recently as 2019, a photo has emerged of you petting a pangolin at the Wuhan wet market. How do you answer to these crimes, Lane?
I can't answer those. Those are outrageous. Like, there's no truth to any of those. Especially the Wuhan wet market and the Malaysian Airlines and the MySpace. I did not accept a friend request from a terrorist. Okay?
So you're not denying 1963 or 1865?
No, I can't. I don't know where I was then.
Back into
I don't know where. In another life I might have been there. I don't know. I can't speak for my former life. So maybe.
If you're listening to this and you have any other unconfirmed sightings, because, you know, we don't look too deeply into these things. If you don't need confirmation, just let us know. Any other places that you may have seen G Lane throughout history that he may have been responsible for a negative outcome, either for New Zealand or for anyone out there in the world.
Or global geopolitics.
Global geopolitics. Yeah. We had an unsubstantiated one that you were at a cafe in Sarajevo in like sort of 1914 where Archduke Franz Ferdinand backed up in front of your cafe. You can believe yourself after a previous failed attempt on his life, and then you assassinated him, thereby kicking off World War I. Couldn't corroborate that one.
Maybe in a former life.
Couldn't corroborate that one, but I don't know.
Well, there you go. I mean, look, hopefully that puts it to bed.
I don't think it puts it to bed until you break the curse. This is just explaining
the
how
only
the curse
way I can
works.
break the curse is by travelling and going to all these games. Only way I can break it. How else do you break the curse?
Well, I don't know. Do we need an exorcism? Do we need a sporting exorcism? Who would be the Baptist?
I've seen Lee Hart do a few exorcisms. I saw him exorcise the demons from the underarm ball at Eden Park.
Yeah.
Oh, he went full catatonic on it.
Out! Get out! I watched him try and exercise the stereo in the Hodaki Jeep on the way down to Tauranga one year because
I've seen that as well.
Because to pair your device to that Jeep, you had to use voice.
Yes.
It'd be like pair device, and somehow, and only Lee could have done this. I was driving. He managed to change the language on the stereo to German. And so it's asking him in German if he's trying to pair the thing, and he's just at the top of his lungs like, 9, 9, 9. I just about crashed us with him trying to ping us. 9. But I digress. Yeah, send in any other places that you've seen G Lane throughout history. Quick break, and we'll be right back. Tiger Woods Lane, he's playing the Masters, which is about a month away from kicking off.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very close. I love the Masters. It's one of the great traditions in sport. Tiger, I mean, he has had a pretty storied past, a checkered past of late. And it's actually been almost a decade that he's been going through this kind of stuff. There's obviously the much publicised divorce, the car crash, back surgeries, all this kind of thing. He's now trying a new strategy for this upcoming Masters in an attempt to find his form again.
Is he changing his swing?
He's not changing his swing, no.
Shoes?
No.
Because he's been Nike.
Has been Nike, so he probably has changed his shoes, but that's more of a financial thing.
Yeah.
No, Tiger Woods is apparently abstaining from sex to prepare for the 2024 Masters. Bit of seed retention for El Tigre.
Look, if that works, I should be playing in the Masters. If not having sex makes you a better player, I would be a multiple Masters majors winner.
Why can I not break 100?
I'm not getting late.
I'm doing the prep.
I'm same.
I am doing the prep.
I'm not fucking.
I have stayed consistent. I have stayed diligent in my preparation for the ACC Golf Opens, and I still played like shit. So I think this of all sports people, and in life in general, you got to dance with who you came with.
Yeah.
Whatever got you to the big dance, you've got to stick with it when you get there. Don't change your plan once you're there.
It's got to keep banging.
When he was on his historic run on the course,
he was banging.
He was also on a historic run off the course.
Yeah.
We talked about how there was a correlation between James Harden and how good the strip clubs were in the town he's playing in. There was a correlation to how close the nearest Hooters was to a golf course while Tiger Woods was on his historic run. And if you go back and look at any of the golfing stats, like they're all Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Someone would have to have started like at 17 years old. There's a young fella from, I want to say Korea, and he would have to keep winning from now on to even think about touching what Tiger Woods has done. On the course.
Yeah.
But off the course, we all know what Tiger's secret superpower was.
Yeah. I mean, off course, he's up there. He's like John Daly had a bit of a legendary on-course, off-course kind of reputation. But Tiger dwarfs him.
Wilt Chamberlain had some ridiculous number that he said he put up off the court.
Yeah. Somebody
looked into it, and it was like 3 different partners a day or something every day for about 30 years. So I don't think that was going to work. But I just don't know if this is the one for Tiger. I feel like this is changing too many things. And as everyone who plays golf knows, the worst thing you can do to yourself is try and give yourself a lesson, on the course while you're trying to go out there and do it, change something drastically. So I just don't think this is going to work for him.
So what would he do? So say, because obviously the Masters, you've got the Friday, this Thursday, Friday, then the cut, then Saturday, Sunday. Sunday's the big dance.
Yep, red shirt.
So Thursday shoots a 10 over. Does he go out and just blast away?
Yeah,
it's not working.
Yeah, I think so.
He comes back, shoots 10 under.
Yeah,
makes the cut, blasts away.
Yeah,
shoots 3 under, gets to the dance on Sunday, blasting all night. Wins the Masters.
All this blasting and shooting, you've confused me with the metaphor here. Are we on the field? The top comment, I think Bleacher Report posted this, and the top comment was that he's leaving his wood for the fairway, which I quite like.
That's good.
What happens if it works? Are people going to start abstaining?
I mean, most casual golfers are abstaining anyway. Let's be honest. Because Justin Johnson, you just saw that press conference he gave. He's twinged his back.
Yeah.
And the question, No, the questions came from the floor. They said, "I've just twinged my back." No, someone said, "Was it picking up your kids?" And he kind of this grin came on his face because he's married to Wayne Gretzky's daughter.
Oh, right.
Bit of a smoke show. And he kind of a twinkle in his eye, and he goes, "A big kid." Like lifting a big and then he kind of and someone giggled and he went so it was obviously he was lifting his wife up doing something and he's got Ruta's back
practicing lineouts I suppose but I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see if it works for him. What happens? What are the ramifications? Does everyone else start doing it on the tour as well? Because it is a copycat league.
And do we bring back the pink fist, abstain for the game with Sean Fitzpatrick driving it?
Does that still exist, that little car?
We have. I've thrown every resource of the ACC towards finding that paper mache pink fist golf cart. It's somewhere in the back of a warehouse somewhere.
Where did that come from?
It was Telecom, or Spark, before Spark. It was there. It was Saatchi's came up with it. We need to get actually the creative director of Saatchi's, who was responsible for that, because they were still around. And it was a joke. Abstain for the game, and you had to wear the black ring on your finger. Meant that you were abstaining for the game. It was a joke. But at that stage, New Zealand couldn't laugh at themselves, because this was Rugby World Cup.
Yeah.
And we couldn't do that. And they launched the ad. And
why was it a pink fist? Oh, because it was wearing the ring.
Yeah, because it was just a pink fist, but it was a flesh-coloured.
Yeah.
A flesh-coloured fist, and it had the ring on it. And then Sean Fitzpatrick driving it. It was one of the greats. It was one of the greats. And the reason it was one of the greats is because it lasted 24 hours before they pulled it. And there's 20,000 little rubber rings as well, because they made, probably more than that. They made thousands of these rings to put on your finger. They're like little rubber ones, like the Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, stuff your finger.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
This is wild to me, because the amount of meetings I've sat in and pitched ideas almost exactly like this, and I get laughed out of the room every single time. Someone got this across the line.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a CEO to CEO chat. I think it was the head of Saatchi's to the head of Telecom saying, I got Sean Fitzpatrick, I got a fist, I got a golf cart, and I got these rings. I said it'll create some noise. And they have gone, without any consultation, do it.
Do it. Make it happen. Don't ask me again, because I'll say no.
Yeah. Okay. And by the way,
this is your last chance.
Yeah. And by the way, if it goes tits up, I'm not involved.
I'd like to distance myself from this. We'll get into the TAB good punt in just a quick second, but you messaged a post into the group chat last night, and I kind of wanted to address it. And there was actually a post from the legend of Marty Banks, and it's a screenshot, I think, from the Tribe app from the looks of it, and it is of the Super Rugby Pacific, the A-League, and the New Zealand NBL standings at the moment, and Wellington is at the top of all three, and the caption is, can't beat Wellington on a good day.
Yeah, well, they've left out the Plunkett Shield as well. So Wellington won the Plunkett Shield too. They've won that, but these ones are still in motion. But you got to say, it's a bit of a stretch with the NBL basketball, because they've only played one game, and they're tied with the Rams and the Nuggets and the Mid-North Y. Yeah,
I don't even know who that is, to be honest with you.
I think it's Waikato.
Oh, okay.
Because they're sponsored by Waitomo Fuels.
Oh, right. So
imagine
shout out to Tigawiti and the NBL.
Yeah.
You messaged into the group chat and said, are they becoming the Crusaders of...
I didn't say Crusaders. I said Cantabs.
Oh, right.
I said Wellington are becoming the new Cantabs of just risting themselves off about how good they are at everything.
Yeah. What I would say is, again, I've never seen the trophy handed out this early into any of these seasons.
That's true.
The other thing is, you can't beat Wellington on a good day. But the point of that saying is, there's not many good days in Wellington.
Correct.
So, you can't beat... This is your good day, Wellington. Enjoy it.
You can beat Wellington on a good day, because you look at Auckland on a good day.
Yeah, Auckland's...
You look at Queenstown on a good day.
Oh.
You look at Taupō on a good day. Mount Maunganui on a good day. I think Wellington will sit about, I reckon, 9th or 10th.
Oh,
like the Marlborough Sounds.
It's top 10.
On a good day.
But Te Ana...
Yeah. West Coast on a good day.
Tell you what, Twizel on a good day will probably have Wellington.
Milford Sound on a good day.
Raglan. Yeah. If you're into surfing on a good day.
Stewart Island on a good day. Oban on a good day.
Waimate on a shit day. I just think Wellington. Look, let them have their moment.
Okay,
let them have their good day, I think.
Whatever.
And we'll see how you go on at the end of the season there, Wellington.
It is good to see the Phoenix on top, though, the A-League.
Yes.
That is bloody good to see. And a healthy league, too. 46 points over the Central Coast Mariners are on 40.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
I hope they take it out this year. I hope they take it out, because it'll create some good spice with the Auckland City.
With my beloved Auckland FC Black Knights.
Yeah, that's right.
Catch me at the Port Light and the Flare. TAB game day, good punt. We'll get to the Mad Monday one in a second, but Lane, you've gone drunk with power.
The thing is, I get these game day good punts, and I just get a feeling. I get on there, I just start chucking them out, and then I get reprimanded by you, and I get reprimanded by Joe Jury. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, I just look. IPL started.
Yeah.
With kind of 3 games into the IPL, I'm like, why aren't we dabbling there? But we just got tempted by boosted odds on there. And it was about our beloved Daryl Mitchell, son of a Mitch, who's playing pretty well. These aren't uneducated.
No, and the bet is, it's cut off, but Daryl Mitchell to hit a 6, take a wicket and
Take a
what?
catch.
Threesome. Oh, catch, yeah.
Have a threesome.
and that's
I'd
paying
be great if you could bet on
$8.
that. It is paying $8, and they're bowling him. He's got wickets.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
normally I would look at that and go, he's not going to take a wicket in a T20 because he never bowls. But they are bowling him, so he's taken him wickets, and he can hit a 6. And you know what? He's in the outfield.
And then the other one is Caleb Clark for the Blues against the Western Weakness to be the first try scorer. Now they have it's a platoon swap for the Blues.
Yes.
It's him and Rico Ioane are the only two left in the back line.
So that's why I've.
It's a huge omen bet. I think they've boosted it because a lot of people are thinking the same way. Now the issue is not with the bets. The issue is, and I always say this, tips not slips. We want to be able to follow you in, but you're doing these at like 1 a.m. without telling anyone. And then the games, for example, the Daryl Mitchell game is going to be at 3 a.m. overnight tonight, and the Blues one's at 7. So by the time you're listening to this, if you're on your commute on the way home, you're going to get on it now.
Get on it now. Get on it now. Don't muck around.
You're going to get on it right now. So with that in mind, the Mad Monday part we were supposed to do yesterday, but we forgot. We're
This
going
is good.
We're going to get on the Warriors tomorrow. They play the South Sydney Rabbitohs, who have been struggling. They beat the Bulldogs last week, but I wouldn't read too far into that.
They're a good team though, the Rabbitohs at home. I'm nervous.
They have been over the last few years, but this year they just had a real rugged start to the season. People are off them. The bet that we're getting on is Marcelo Montoya and Dallin Watene-Zelezniak to score the first 2 tries in either order. This is
a box Quinella.
It's a box Quinella, and that is paying $51. $51 is some of the juiciest odds.
How good would that be if one of them scores first? Like,
Oh,
because I think I've on another bet with the Hodaki Breakfast guys, I've put both of them to score anytime try scorer, and that's paying $5. So Marcelo Montoya and DWZ to score any time of the game, paying $5.
yeah, but then you 10x your money by saying they're going to go bang bang.
Yeah, bang bang with 51.
51. Now the thing is, the Warriors.
$5,000 return.
I know. I'm looking to pay the boys this week. The Warriors' whole defensive scheme is, as Andrew Webster was saying last week, if you just let in 1 try a half, you're very hard to beat.
Yeah.
So we're saying that if they let their 1 try in after Dallin and Marcelo have scored their tries, we are making wads of cash. If you get paid fortnightly and today's your payday, it would be worth sprinkling, because you only need to put like $2 on that.
You put $5 on that, and
Yeah,
what's that, 250?
$250.
So it's worth a hoon.
I'm not saying it's a shoe-in. I'm saying at $51,
I
you can't afford not to follow that in.
I do like the Quinella thing. I like the box Quinella. That's good.
Yeah.
The box Quinellas, they should do more of that, but with multiple players and multiple teams as well. So you should be able to pick that.
Like a first 4.
Yeah.
You probably could. You can pick the first, second, and third try scorers individually.
I see, but you can't box it.
You can't box it. No, I mean you could pick 4 anytime try scorers. There's several different ways to play. Jump on the tab and have a look, but have a look through that little Quinella there. I think that there's a little bit of meat there on the bone.
Do you know what? I'm a little bit nervous about this Blues versus the Western Weakness game.
It's a banana skin, do you reckon?
I think so, because the Blues are paying $1.02 or something.
Are they?
Yeah, they're hot favourites, and I think the Western Weakness are paying $8.
What?
I have a look. I know
that's worth a sprinkle as well.
That's what I mean, because they just have to, if they can in the first half just hold the Blues and frustrate them, which is highly likely.
The Blues have a bed shit in them.
Yep, they're paying $9. The Force. Blues $1.05.
I might put a little retirement multi on and go.
The Blues are a good team, but they're missing, I think, 12 players or 10 players.
Yeah.
10 players. That's a shitload.
Yeah, that's heaps.
And that's 10 of their best players. I'm not saying that's just 10 of the squad.
Yeah, there's going to be a bit of who the hell's that guy this week if you're watching the Blues.
You got no Bryce Heem, you got no Peter Feti, you got no Christie, you got no Talia, you got no Tuipulotu. I mean, you've still got Papali'i, you've still got Hoskins Satutu, you've still got
Rico Ioane.
Yeah, you got Adrian Chode, but I think they're on the bench. Some of those guys.
Ricky Tally's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think. I mean, what would that pay if you parlayed that into the Warriors Quinella?
Yeah. Anyway, I just think they've written them off completely. But they've won a few games this season, the Western Force. So we've called them the weakness because that's just a very belittling of us, but they're not.
Yeah, bit of alliteration as well. Western weakness, Western Force. All right, quick break, and we'll be back with yours, please.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Leader, home of the lasagna topper.
I've kicked the beehive here, Lane, and
Yeah, I
we've
know
got
you have.
several yours please on a similar note. So we'll start with this one. Call it yours please.
Hey Manaia, you absolute helmet. Also, you spent too much time up in the suck. And you've forgotten that in Christchurch there's plenty of Fijios to go around, lots of muppets bringing them in to workplaces, undersized Fijios. You might as well go full Matt Heath and start supporting the Blues, mate. Also, Grot Lane,
Yep.
thanks for handing the Crusaders their first win. Love you, babes.
You're welcome.
He was just
You're welcome.
firing shots left,
was.
right, and centre there, wasn't he?
He was, but you know what I picked up there? Undersized, because you don't
Yeah.
get the big fat ass Fijios down there.
No, and my complaint was the point of my rant was I hate how many Fijios there are at like one ridiculous point of the season, and particularly I hate the people who think that they're the only person with a Feijoa. That my point on the they don't grow in the South Island, I can only speak to my personal experience. And bear in mind, I'm from 3 hours south of Christchurch.
Yeah.
So Christchurch might be about as far south as they do grow. But my point was, I hadn't seen a Feijoa until I was a fully grown man. Neither had Joe Jury from the Goon, just outside of Christchurch there. I remember the first time I became aware of Feijoas because we had a new school caretaker who moved down from Tauranga, and he brought with him Feijoa lollies and Feijoa juice, and he brought them to a net session. He was our cricket coach. He's like, check these out. We're like, what the fuck are these?
Did your first taste of Feijoa taste like dishwashing liquid?
Yeah.
Because that's what I had some Irish mates who came over to New Zealand, and it was when Feijoa vodka 42 below was a hit,
Right, yeah.
and we were such reprobates. We were drinking straight Feijoa vodka on the rocks.
Oh, yeah. Like
yeah,
the Feijoa is the mixer.
Yeah, no, it was just basically
No,
straight,
but like,
like
drinking
that.
it as if.
Yes, and we were sipping it away because we're used to that flavour of Feijoa, and it was just quite easy to drink. And we gave them one, and he basically just about vomited. And he goes, "Did you just give me Kool-Aid? Did you just give me like dishwashing liquid? Because that is fucking disgusting." And
Yeah.
I was like, "You're right, actually. If you hadn't tasted Feijoa,
Yeah. That could be part of
it's
it.
a very tart, it's a very unique flavour that if you never tasted it before and someone gives it to you in an alcoholic form, like
Yeah.
that's like poison."
And again, that's not my issue with it. I don't have an issue with the Feijoa itself. It's just Feijoa fever across 2 weeks, and then it disappears. But fuck off. People build a personality around a fruit for just 2 weeks, and it does my head in. I've got another one here in a similar vein.
Oh, g'day, Manaia. Hey, Trevor Haken here.
G'day,
Hey, while I've got you on the line there, mate, Feijoas actually grow all the way down in Ashburton, believe it or not. And given that you're a Waimo, aka from Waimati, and your family tree probably resembles a power pole, I thought you would have known that. Anyway, I'll leave you a box of Feijoas, undersized, at the top of Long Beach Road.
Yep.
Hooroo.
That's yeah, I love how many shots are being fired your way, because after 3 days of me getting abused about the curse, it's actually good to see it.
It's good to see the pendulum swing the other way. Yeah, no, if you could drop them off at the Flash Ash, mate, I'll be down there on the weekend. We'll see how we go. Again, Ashburton, love the place. Waimati's another 2 hours south of there. So and someone's going to ring in now and be like, I actually live in Invercargill and I've got a Feijoa tree.
I got a message, actually, a DM, after I posted a picture of my bag of Feijoas and said, incoming to you.
Yeah.
I got sent a direct message from someone in Dunedin
Of
saying,
course.
can I have some? I live in Dunedin and have to pay for them down here.
Yeah, see?
That's from Wilson.
I wonder if South Canterbury might be the dividing line.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get them. Maybe in Central Otago
Is it
you
a
could
bit
do
like
it.
citrus? You don't get many lemons and limes down that way either. They're quite difficult to grow.
Yeah. but
They're not as prolific as they are
No.
in the north.
No, particularly in the Bay of Plenty region. But I think, I mean, and look, I don't want to disparage those two guys because I really appreciate them sending in their time, sending in their message and you know, taking the time. My point was, whenever I talk about this into a microphone, some train spotter calls in and goes, actually, we've got them and the blah, blah, blah. And you guys have just outed yourselves as those train spotters.
Feijoa spotters.
You bloody Feijoa spotters. And again, my issue isn't with the Feijoa, it's with the people who bring the bloody Feijoas in. Did you bring those in, by the way?
They're in your desk drawer.
Do I have a desk drawer? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that little punishing little black thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's Joe's, I think.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's backfired on me.
That's okay. He had some too. One more here. Caller yours, please.
Good morning, gentlemen. Captain Hurricane here again. I would like to cordially invite Mr. G Lane down to Wellington as my guest of honour for the Hurricanes Chiefs game on Saturday the 13th of April. What'd you say, old boy? After the game, we'll light a couple Cubans, drink a couple brandies, and head down to Calendar Girls for a spiffing great time.
Yeah, I'm in.
Good day.
I'm in, Captain.
Yeah.
I'm in. 13th of April. Is that school holidays?
That's next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
It does sound like a spiffing good time.
It does.
Down there in the capital. We've just been there. We stayed at the hotel that was on Courtney Place.
Yes, above the tab.
Just right between the TAB and the kebab shop.
Yes, it was one of the great combos. Coming back, smashing a kebab. I got denied entry to the TAB. They closed.
You did. I've got a video of it, but I was too inebriated to post it. But I'll add it to the dossier for later on.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only way I'm going to break it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is if I roll down and we win.
Yeah.
The Chiefs upset the top of the table Hurricanes. I mean, this would be a great clash to go to.
You know what the best thing that could happen to the ACC this year would be? Is if the Crusaders and the Chiefs play each other in the grand final in Christchurch again, and we send you as the final, like, we're going to break the curse now. And this is the final decider as to whether there is a Grim Lane curse or not. You've got to go to the final. The problem with that is Crusaders would basically have to go undefeated from here on out to have a home final. Yeah,
if that happened and the Chiefs won, I would run on the field at the full-time whistle.
Yeah,
and just
break dance in front of Rob Penny.
Drop to my knees in the middle of the pitch and start worming my way around in front of Rob Penny.
Hopefully that happens. Crusaders would have to win an incredible amount of games, but if any team could do it. If any team could do it.
Get your hand off it.
All right, where's the furthest south? You've seen it, Fijoa. Reach out and we'll be in touch on Monday. We will see you then.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast. For more episodes, subscribe on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.